And God says to Abraham, he says, I'm putting my finger on you, and I'm calling you out, and I'm going to make you into a nation. And at this time, they don't have any kids and all this kind of stuff, and they don't think they can have kids. And he says, I'm going to give you a son, and you're going to turn into a great nation. And here's what he says. He says, those who bless you, I will bless, and those who curse you, I will curse. Well, so here we are 4,000 years later, and there's something, this is not really politically correct, but it's still true, so I'm going to say it anyway. There's 12 million Jewish people in the world, right, out of 6 billion, 6.5 billion. 10 to 20% of the top of every intellectual profession in the world is occupied by Jewish people. In the 20th century, there were, I think, 121 Jewish winners of the Nobel Prize and 1 Chinese. Now, I'm not insulting Chinese people here, okay, but you know, there's 1.2 billion Chinese people. Look at the ratio. I mean, it's the most extreme example of 80-20 that I can think of. Okay, you know, 0.0001% of the population of the world has 10 or 20% of the influence of what goes on. Those who bless you, I will bless. Those who curse you, I will curse. Now, you know, Christians consider themselves, you know, Jesus was Jewish, all the disciples were Jewish. Christians consider Christianity to be the fulfillment of the Jewish, of the Jewish law and the prophecies and everything like that. Well, so here's another politically incorrect question that I like to put out there. If you look at the Jewish and the Christian side of the world, and you look at everything else, can you think of 5 non-Christian, non-Jewish countries? Can you think of 5 that are not characterized by poverty, illiteracy, and human rights abuses? Can you think of 5? Can you think of 5 Protestant or Jewish countries that have lots of poverty, illiteracy, and human rights abuses? It's kind of hard to think of either. It's like the 80 and the 20. Well, I believe it's because when God spoke to Abraham, like God really was speaking to Abraham, and there really was a blessing there, and that when we ask for wisdom, it is available. But sometimes it's delayed. Okay, sometimes there's, you know, a trip to the jail after the Potiphar wife incident, you know, or sometimes the brothers sell you to slave traders after your big happy dream that you just had, you know, and life is very, very confusing and very disillusioning, but you know, there's things in your heart that you need to hang on to.